I'm Pern.
And I'm Dave.
Welcome to the show, where we talk about everything from movies, music, sports, and TV.
And stories from the rest of our lives.
Things we don't talk about are politics and religion.
And this is how we all stay friends.
Okay, let's talk. I hope everybody got their taxes done. Did you get yours done?
Freaking week. We got so much going on that
Dave's
waited.
a last minute taxer.
Not officially.
He's always a last minute
just
taxer.
This time. No, well, see, last year we were like a week ahead, like a week and a half.
No, I remember last year you were last day too because you couldn't get it processed through and you were freaking out because every time you guys went to submit it, it kept coming back with an error and you were like, holy crap, I got to go over taxes.
Okay, but that was different than actually getting it done. We had gotten it done, but then getting it actually submitted was the problem. This time,
but you guys still always waited till the last minute.
Oh, well, at least April. Which is what? 15 days
considering
in April.
It was, tax day today. Everything was due today.
Well, when you got yours done in March, then
we got ours done a couple weeks back. Yeah. Okay. And my wife does them, thankfully. Like, when she's doing the final, like getting ready to send it, she just like has me sit down, and like, okay, does this all sound right? I'm like, yep, okay, cool, boom, send. And then
in America, we're the only ones that actually have one of these tax days where we're now on our own. We need to figure out what we pay. Right.
Because
everywhere
if you didn't
else,
pay,
they just get their
every
own
other
shit,
country,
right?
every other country is like,
they've got their shit together. They know what they're getting, and they've already paid it. They don't have to go. They
take it
a
out
whole day
of their checks, and they're
talk
done.
about looming over your shoulder.
Oh my God!
Tax day. I mean, good God!
Because from January 31st, where it's like, okay, you should have got your W-2s by today, and if you haven't, contact your employer, and now you've got 3 months to get all this shit together, and it's like
all your paperwork, all donations, anything you've got. Income.
I thought we were making America great again. Oh wait, sorry.
The process is crazy. I have facts about this. So the tax day is
April
the
15th.
first one. The first tax form was only 4 pages freaking long. That was it. Only 4 pages long.
Wow. Now the short version's not even 4 pages.
Right, but of course, and that included the instructions. So 4 pages with the instructions.
Oh, wow.
For the form. But that was also when people's income was only averaging at $800.
Yeah, that's true.
And that
gas
was the average.
Was a nickel.
Yes.
I could go down and buy me a Coke float for 13 cents.
And I found out that
was expensive.
In 1913, the entire tax code was only 27 pages long.
The entire code. For everything.
Now it's over 9,000 pages because there's so many like nooks and crannies that you can get an exception for, or what you have to do if you're single, married, file jointly, file separately. We did ours. We had to actually do ours multiple different ways in order to figure out if we were going to save
possible
a couple dollars. Yeah. Because ridiculous.
And then it gets to the point where you're like, well, is it really even worth the headache of saving, $8? And
but then, I mean, when it's significantly $1,000 or $2,000, that's when it's like, well, crap. Yeah. So we filed separately this time around, and we did last year, but it still cost us like big freaking time. Right. We tried filing jointly and owed like $11,000.
Wow.
It was like, holy crap. Wow. So we dialed that back, and we did significantly better filing separately.
Do you not have any taxes taken out of your paycheck beforehand?
I have. We actually upped it this last year because the year before we paid so much. So we said, well, there's got to be
back it off, and then it went the other way.
And now
there's just no happy medium, right?
Never. There's never is. So we still paid, but it wasn't crazy amount. And we got a lot more from state just because of our donations and stuff that we've supplied for that. And again, we don't qualify for any credits or anything like that. So, or, the children and anything.
Well, I know because your daughter just
moved
moved out. Your adult daughter just moved out.
Yeah. So we can't claim her.
So you can't claim her anymore.
But we did claim Donna this time, which is what I think was the problem with me filing
which is Lisa's mom, by the way.
I'm sorry.
Dave's mom's Nancy.
Yes.
Yeah. Donna is Dave's mother-in-law.
And because she lives in the house,
she's
and
not
we
a
take
lawyer,
care of certain
but
bills,
she's his mother-in-law. Yeah.
Under the rules and the amount of money that you put forward towards their income, their own income of paying bills and things like that you can claim them. So we did claim her this year like we did last year, but this year was a problem because her Social Security number and and because I filed and had her in my insurance, my claim, this is crazy, but we had to file for an ID with the IRS.
Okay.
A protection pin.
Oh, okay.
And we had the pin and we put it in the paperwork and it wasn't working and it kept coming back. You've rejected your filing with the federal claim. And I went, you've got to be kidding me. And we went through this 3 times last night and it was like 11 o'clock and we're still
I know you're trying to get your
like, God damn it.
in.
They change the damn pin every year.
Oh, so you were using an old pin?
Of course. I had saved
there
it.
You go,
right?
I thought that was your pin.
Intelligent. That was my pin.
There you go.
Yeah, no, they changed the damn thing.
Stop thinking, Dave.
Every freaking year.
Stop thinking. Just follow the directions.
What
printed.
Instructions were that? It didn't even say
here's your
anything.
New pin.
It didn't even say that.
Oh,
so
okay.
I went in and put in the old pins and was sending it out each time, just wetting the bed because I did not have any idea what the hell was happening.
I thought your bedwetting was due to other issues. I thought that.
No, not
okay. Sorry.
Not today. It was taxes.
That was taxes. It was taxes this time around.
Right.
Okay.
So this morning, I finally got Donna's correct pin.
Oh, okay.
And was able to file at 8 o'clock this morning.
So
okay.
We were still in because it's by midnight tonight.
Oh God, yes, yeah.
So because we are recording on April 15th right now.
Yes. So yes. Anyone listening to this should have already gotten theirs.
You should already be done or filed your
extension.
extension. Absolutely, and get your extension. So did you say that you had a list of like stupid tax laws or something?
In order to keep you happy, I found some.
Keep me happy. I don't give a shit about taxes.
I'm sorry. The people I'm listening that are listening.
Oh, the people
that they have a little few laughs. I have a couple of tax
listeners.
Day.
This is for you.
Dave's
lonely taxes for the lonely listener.
That's
okay.
Where do homeless accountants live?
I don't know where.
In tax shelters.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Oh, so are these all dad jokes?
They're kind of
tax
like,
jokes.
They're all
tax jokes.
These are specifically tax
all right.
jokes.
I'm dialed in now.
What are 3 types of accountants?
I don't know.
Those that can count and those that can't.
Oh my God. All right.
Why are accountants so tired?
I don't know.
Because their job is so taxing.
Of course.
It seems like everything's a play on taxes.
Right. It's all okay.
How do you know the accountant is having a midlife crisis?
Because he's past his tax dues or something. I don't know what.
He buys a faster calculator.
Speaking of, do you remember when we're going to pause there? Do you remember, and I just heard about this recently on another podcast, about how that calculators, you can't really like everything you can do it on your phone now.
Yes.
So do you remember Best Products or Zayre, even one of those where we used to walk in and it would be like the calculators, the really big ones, they would be like in the glass case.
Mm-hmm.
Like you look, you don't
want to steal it.
Well, of course not.
The Texas
Especially,
Instruments, right?
Yeah, the one that had the little paper thing where the paper,
right,
all that stuff
Scientific,
on it. Yeah. And it's like, but now your phones do everything, and there are no calculators. I have a calculator in my drawer that's a Sylvester and Tweedy Warner Brothers one that I've had since I was probably in my mid-20s.
Right.
And I'm just like, but you don't you don't go into a store and like go down the school supply aisle and be like, oh, there's a calculator. Oh, wait, because you've got one on your phone. So I just thought that was kind of, anyway.
That's interesting because Lisa had me try to figure out a mind-bending puzzle where she said, here, like so you need to solve this thing. And she had the math thing like your mathlete. And she goes, oh yeah, solve this. And I was like, okay, 1. And she goes, that's what I got.
If Dave wets his bed on the night of taxes,
it wasn't a word problem. It was a word problem.
I gotcha.
And I was like, well, I don't know. I'm just going to go ask the internet. And I actually plugged it into an app directly, and it solved it.
Wow.
And I found apps where you could take pictures.
You got you into Boston College? Oh,
you could take a picture of the damn problem.
And then it'll figure it out.
It just figures it out
crazy.
Without even, without even typing it in.
Of just oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I was flabbergasted.
Yeah, I swear to God, technology. The Terminators are going to take over the world. We're all dead. Skynet
lives
on.
How it's going to go. And that's how it's going to be, solving all our math problems.
Oh my gosh.
We won't have any more math problems to solve.
You won't have to do math. I mean, I
brain to mush.
My son right now, he's a freshman in high school and he's doing algebra, and it's just like, I did algebra. I don't remember
it?
I don't remember anything about me, and they're still teaching this to them. Like, why did they? I don't know. Maybe if he goes on to be an engineer or something, and
right? And you kind of want them to have a baseline.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the curriculum.
I've told him, like, if you have trouble with your algebra, go ask mom, because I have no freaking clue. Don't remember any of that stuff.
Right, there we go.
I'm like, okay, so keep on tax jokes.
I have one more. Okay. One more suffer through. Why is pre-tax income nasty?
I don't know.
Because it's gross.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Wow.
But so my taxes weren't all that I had problems with, because we still don't have freaking hot water.
Why do you not have hot water still? It's been now 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, thank you very much. So the company that we went with, and I can't honestly blame them, but I am completely frustrated.
Is it the company that I told you we always had?
No.
Oh no, you said it was some different people. Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
you
they
said
sent
it was
out a different one. They came out and they installed the part that they got, which we had ordered,
that they thought was bad.
Right. And that was from 2 weeks ago. So we've been waiting the 2 weeks for this one part to come in. It finally came in yesterday. They said, we'll be out tomorrow.
From China?
I said, no problem. I have absolutely no idea where this thing came from. It was some kind of, I don't even know what the hell it was. It's the igniter
moisture
switch
evaporator?
Component. It's the ignition coil component of it.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't feeding the propane in. And I was like, okay, fine. He plugs it in, and then immediately everything turned off because it caught on fire.
Oh my God.
The actual burner part was cracked, and everything inside it caught on fire.
Up.
And I went, okay, now what? And he goes, oh yeah, I'm going to have to order the burner now.
Well,
and I went,
obviously.
So what's left? Like, you got the thing that lights and brings the propane in.
In his defense, maybe he doesn't have a way to check to see if the burner had a flaw in it.
You are correct, because the propane wasn't getting fed into it, so he didn't know that technically it was broken.
You can't take that out on him.
I wasn't taking it out on him, but I'm a little frustrated that now I got to wait another 7 to 10 days for another part to come in
from China. Yeah,
and I'm like, this is insane.
Tariffs to kick in.
Why aren't we just replacing the whole thing?
Yeah.
Now this is where my warranty company comes in.
Oh, believe me, and I've dealt with them too.
Yeah, and I have too. I've done it, and it's, I don't want to name them by names, but I mean,
what?
Yeah, they decided that they weren't going to replace it, and it was a non-covered thing of a $2,000 replacement for my hot water heater. And I went, I can't afford $2,000. I just paid freaking taxes. So I want to go ahead and do that.
$11,000 in taxes.
They still contacted me to say, you need to cancel the fact that we aren't going to do it was a fiasco. I'm telling you right now. I was on the phone with them for half the day.
Tape of going through this company that's supposed to help you make sure your appliances all work and all this bullshit.
It is not difficult, but then the frustration of the maintenance part of it, of the part not coming in, and then not being able to get the guy to come out, and then the guy finally comes out and then it still doesn't fix it. It's kind of, it's a letdown. It just gets you to that point where you're like, now what do I do?
You've lost all faith in humanity at this point. You're just like, what the fuck? You could have
just replaced it in the first place. There's nothing left. Like, you've replaced everything. You're going to replace the coil. You're going to replace the injector. You're going to replace the burner. What's left on a thing besides the tank?
I don't know. The still is like, should be kicking by then,
I would think.
Make your own homemade gin.
Whatever. So
sounds like
well, so still cold showers, so I have to deal with that crap.
Just go to your fucking mom's house.
Even if I did, I can't do it every fucking day for 2 weeks.
House. She's not going to care. She's going to be asleep. She's not going to know you're going to come in at midnight and take a shower before you go home and go to bed.
I honestly think that's true.
We're getting Nancy on the show next, I think, because I want to hear what mom's got to say.
It's just a kind of a fiasco to get all your crap together. I only have a bowl. I have a soap on a rope.
You just make a little travel, like a gym bag with all that stuff in it, and you have it in there for the duration.
And that's true.
And just carry it over, and going to go take my shower. Okay, all my shit's in here, and then I go, shampoos and conditioners and
clothes with you, because then you got to cover
dry
up.
hair wash,
going off
shampoo,
and my National Lampoon robe over to my mom's house every night.
You're not supposed to look like Cousin Eddie when you walk out.
Saying that.
It's not like you walk up to her house. Hey,
I'm ready to
Hey,
shower.
Ma, the shitter's full. See you on Tuesday.
Right. I'm just saying, it's a bit of a fiasco to kind of get all that collective. And then me and Lisa doing it, and then Donna. I mean, it's still,
Donna doesn't need a shower.
That's
fine.
true.
She doesn't even leave the house.
That's true.
Sorry. That's horrible to say that. We're going to look back years from now and go, oh my God, Pern's such a dick.
Is that really?
Oh my God. I can't believe I love Donna.
Right back.
I haven't actually seen Donna in years, so I don't.
She's still alive, but she's actually shrinking. I think gravity does things to older people.
She was already shrinking like 15 years ago.
She's a lot smaller.
Wow.
Now, a lot lower to the ground.
Is she like an Ewok?
The gravity just keeps pushing the elderly down and just, it shrinks.
Holding them down.
It is.
Holding the elderly down.
Damn gravity.
Damn gravity. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And
I have a correction.
I was thinking we did okay and we didn't have corrections, but say we do.
I have a correction and I don't even know how to get into this. I really don't. I'm taken. Was
it that bad? Is that bad of a correction, huh?
I came downstairs today after waking up and my family's home for spring break and I hear my wife telling my kids a story about something and I'm like trying to wrap my brain around because I've just walked downstairs. And she's telling them about the story when we went to North Carolina to Nag's Head. And when we left at 8:00 at night, no, they didn't fucking sleep through the whole drive. I made it sound like I was like, well, I was just driving them home and the kids and family were just passed out. They were asleep. No, my oldest son, he actually at the time, I mean, he was still like in the car seat. And I mean, it's been that long since we've been to the beach. Anyway, he was sitting in his car seat, just staring out the window at the stars the whole time home and wouldn't fall asleep. Well, and so then that stressed my wife out and then she couldn't fall asleep. So nobody really fell asleep. But then we also I more thought about it. I was like, my correction was we didn't actually get home at 4 a.m. It was more like 2:33.
Yeah.
So I mean, it wasn't that late. Yeah. It was like 5 hours.
So yeah.
But my wife and my oldest son didn't sleep the whole time, even when he was, maybe 5 or 6 years old. He just, I don't know. So that was the correction. My wife and I almost got her. I was so close to getting her to come on the show tonight and actually tell the story herself.
As to what the correction was.
Because she was wound up. She was fired up. And I'm like, oh, that's great energy. Come on the show and do that tonight. And she was like, no, I'm not going to do it.
Being on spring break, it would have been perfect timing.
I know. She can stay up late with the
these stars only align so many times that we have our podcast on a Tuesday when she actually is home.
I'm trying to book other guests. I am. I can't even get my wife on the show. So just for one story, she didn't have to stay for the whole show either. Like she could have just come in and been like, okay, okay, good night, love you.
Yeah.
And but
5 minutes as a guest.
Love you, honey. I love you. Okay, I love you. So that was my correction, that we didn't just drive on home like easy breezy,
and no problems at all.
No problems. Yes, my wife and my son were up awake the whole time and stressing her out, and then she got no sleep, and then it wasn't like just a great family travel story.
It was chaos on the other end.
Yeah. And I was driving. So.
Oh, yeah. So it didn't matter to you.
Don't bother me. I'm driving the car.
I'm trying to drive.
You figure that out.
I'm trying to drive.
I don't know who's pooped their pants. I don't know which diaper's full. I'm driving.
Until we get home.
Or get to the Sonic outside Richmond.
Yeah, that's true. Because it's there's one stop. It's on the right side of the road too.
That was my only correction. Did you have any corrections?
No, I didn't.
No, everything sounded good to you last week.
I thought we were good.
Okay, cool. I thought we were too. I think I screwed something else up, but
I'm sure there'll be something.
Yeah, Joanne wants to hear. She put in a request. Joanne from Texas.
Okay,
who's our unofficial fact checker.
Right.
She has put in a request that she listens to the episode religiously every week, even though we don't talk about religion. And she'll make comments on the Facebook page. So if you go to our Facebook page, you'll see Joanne's comments about stuff in the show. So you had mentioned that you had some stories about doing stuff around the house, the overhauls of things and all that stuff. And I said you were more than beginner. You're definitely the intermediate to advanced with the work you've done. And you mentioned that there was a house that you had to basically rebuild in West Virginia. So she has requested on Facebook, she wants to hear some stories of some funny things of how you got injured at the house in West Virginia.
Of course.
Okay, maybe not just because you got injured.
I
but,
did get injured a lot.
I know you always get injured.
So yeah, there's a lot.
So Joanne, that is Dave's homework for tonight.
Yes,
and next week he will come in with some stories of the West Virginia house repairs and the basically just rebuilding house on foundation.
Yeah,
you may have been working for what was the Jimmy Carter Foundation. What was that? Is that Habitat for Humanity?
That's what he does. I think he does have some of that.
Well, he's dead, but
yes, he did. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Where they build a house in a day kind of thing.
That was a hard year. That went from February to December. That we were working on that house.
Yeah.
To get it ready.
Okay.
For
So we'll
okay.
I'll
bring up the history then too. We'll bring up the history.
So he just gave you a little nibble right there, like so you have some something to look forward to. So for next week, yes. Oh my gosh! Did you get box office numbers?
I did. You know what? I was surprised.
Did anything really change except for the actual numbers dropped? Some
it did. There is nothing on this list except Minecraft movie that stayed on the list.
Everything else should have just not even bothered.
Fell away. Well, yeah,
Minecraft movie. We're going to see it tomorrow. So next week I'll have my review. And
a complete review.
I'm taking the kids. My wife and the kids. We're going to an afternoon matinee tomorrow to watch it, and so we'll have our Minecraft movie review. I'm hoping to not come home covered in popcorn and soda.
Oh, true.
Because apparently there's one scene in the movie where all the kids in the theater throw their popcorn and soda up in the air, and it goes everywhere. It's I don't know.
Part of the movie, or
I don't quite understand, and
is this now a Rocky Horror Picture Show moment?
I didn't want my kids. They were going to explain it to me at dinner tonight, and I was like, no. Let me see it first, and then explain why, and they're like, oh, okay, cool, and they're like laughing because they know the inside joke on it already because they're Minecraft
when to
kids.
Do it. Yeah,
and I'm like, so there's been some secret, thing out there in the Minecraft world, completely trashed the movie theater with popcorn and sodas all over the fucking place.
I'm sure they love
cleaning
that.
crew. Oh my god, I've seen some pictures. Jesus. It's horrible. It looks literally like a popcorn war happened in there. And
you gotta be kidding.
It's my god. Too? I will find some.
Jesus.
There was one in one theater. It was an AMC. That someone took their large popcorn bowl and went over to the icy machine and filled it with icy, and then brought it into the theater and waited for that moment in the movie, and then threw this large popcorn bucket full of icy Coke icy, slush all over the place. I'm like, oh my god, all over people, all over the chairs, all over the floors, all over. Oh my god,
Pay that money to do that crap.
I'll show you pictures after the show. It's been some crazy shit. So hopefully I don't know, and I'll let you know if anybody in our theater does that.
Thank God. So, okay, well, you didn't contribute to the $78.5 million it made.
78, but that's still kicking.
Not a bad drop. That's number one.
For any other good movie,
right? And over the last couple months, 15's been good. So, King of Kings is number 2. I think that's one because of Easter, maybe.
Oh, is it another religious movie?
Yeah, 19.3, and then you've got The Amateur, 14.8. I have no clue what that one was. I was trying to figure it out. I didn't even bother looking it up.
Well, we'll look up a trailer for it.
Okay, that'll be good.
So keep going.
And then number 4, that was a 14.8. Warfare, 8.3. Never heard that one either, right?
Don't know what that is.
And then Drop. 7.4. I have no clue what those
unicorn?
4 movies. Gone.
Unicorn wasn't even in the top.
No, 10,
20 or
maybe.
So.
Yeah, it kind of. Yeah, it lost.
My God, look at that spider over my wall. Do you see that?
Where?
Do you see that spider right there?
That's a spider. It looks like a.
Oh, he's moving. See
that?
I'm gonna squish that. I gotta squish that.
Okay,
okay.
Yeah.
You narrate why I squish.
You be a man. Okay, so he's
Fuck you.
What what tool are we using? Oh, we're just gonna use a napkin. Okay, don't get bit. I can't work the machine. I can't work the sound
recording.
Machine.
Yeah, he doesn't
mixer.
understand this recording.
It would just keep recording while we take you to the emergency room.
Yeah. So how do we keep it rolling? Okay.
The damage has been done. He's been put away, and he'll be taken out later outside and put.
We'll free the spider out of the trash can that he's in right now.
He's just kept in
for all humane purposes.
Yes, he's kept
coming to my house, motherfucker.
Well, that's Lisa's rule. Hey, you can do whatever you want outside, and we have a ton. We actually have
we have a deal. We have a deal.
We have a plan.
Remember that Seinfeld episode with the birds pooping on his car? He goes, "Oh, we have a deal with the birds, and the birds, they move out of the way. You don't run them over; they always fly away." And then then they pooped on his car, and at the very end, he's like, "We had a deal. We had a deal with the birds."
We have
in next week's Seinfeld
large
recap,
freaking spider that lives outside of the bathroom window. And he's outside the window, so no problem. Oh, her name is Janet, and she's part of our HR department because we both work from home.
Yeah.
And then Brad lives on the deck, and he's basically on the outside.
And how's Keanu Reeves doing?
He's doing good. Everybody's fine. They're all doing their thing. The pond is the pond. It just
we got to go back and pull that list of the koi names.
The koi names.
That was just really funny. It's been a year because that was like a year ago we talked about that.
Because that's when the last pond opened and we were adding new ones.
I can't even remember any of the other koi names. The Keanu Reeves one was a stretch for me. What were some of the others?
You liked that one though, right?
I liked. Oh my god! Can you believe John Wick 5? Keanu Reeves, a fish in a wheelchair.
Right. Yes, right? Yeah, right. It'd be perfect. It's like
put it on the script file.
Right.
Put it on the script file.
Definitely animated. He's already played a tumbleweed in a SpongeBob movie, so he's already done animation. So he's ready to go.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll stop interrupting you.
No, it's all good.
Oh my god, what were you saying?
You were talking about koi.
No, before that.
Before that? We were doing the movies. We were done with the movies.
Oh, we were done with movies.
Yeah, and then you brought up the spider, and we were attacked.
Oh yeah.
So then we're past the spider now. So that was live action. That was live.
Hold on. I'm going to cut all this part. Jeez.
You are not.
Maybe I will. Okay. Hey, I got in the mail. In the mail today, my new Universal Yums box came for the month, so we're gonna do a taste test.
Yeah, and this is a blind taste. You don't even know what's in there. You haven't even looked in it yet.
Taste test, yeah.
Blind taste test. We don't even know what country this one is. We don't even know what's in there.
We're opening it. I'm breaking the seal on it right now to see.
All pine
so
candy.
We can all be excited.
We don't even know.
God, those little pine tree fucking things.
This is just bark. This is just like mapled bark. This is what's it's going to be.
Okay. Our country.
The
Netherlands.
Netherlands. Oh, perfect.
That's
Sweet.
Cute. Oh, I hope so. I'm hoping there's some. Don't want to hit the. But I don't know. It's everything's like a dark brownish looking chocolatey.
Yep, there we go.
I might be keeping this box to myself.
Oh, really? Oh, are we skipping? Do we need to edit this out and open a new box?
No. Oh my gosh. I'm in love already.
Oh no.
Because one of my favorite funny jokes to rattle off is about to come.
Okay.
Is
this a dad joke? Or is this a...
Trafo.
Oh.
These are paprika potato chips.
Oh no.
Paprika, the happiest spice in the entire world.
So good.
And who said it?
That was in Bachelor Party.
That was Bachelor Party, Mr.
Was
Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks when he was still funny before he was Mr. Serious.
Before he got, he was still dressing in female dresses.
Yeah, I can't even. Oh yeah, Bosom Buddies.
Bosom Buddies.
Yeah.
All
right.
There's a breakout role.
Feel free to grab a couple and not hit the mic. That'd be great.
Not hitting
Try
the
to
mic.
grab a couple and see if you
me.
can. Okay, stop.
Okay, I'm good.
All right, you've got yours. Okay, it's paprika.
Okay. So these are the thick cut chips. So these are good.
They're thick cut chips. Is
they're
that what you said?
So they're like the thicker ones, like the kettle chips.
Okay,
and they're pretty good.
Is the paprika spicy?
No.
Do you even taste it?
I am just.
So are
tasting
the blazing buffalo and ranch Doritos hotter than this?
Those are so good. This has.
I bought 3 bags of those. Okay.
There's no heat on these, and I would know because
Dave does not like heat.
Unless I grab the 3 that didn't have flavoring on them.
Well, they're not bad. It's just they're not. I would can't taste paprika at all in this.
Right. Thank you. It's just a chip.
I mean, yeah, we'll eat them tonight, but
Oh yeah, that's good.
All right, so the Trafo chips.
Those aren't bad. But I do like me a kettle
Oh my
chip
god,
anyway.
I'm loving this box.
Oh no, another joke. Okay, here we go.
We have got.
Line them up.
We have got. Oh my god, I am loving this box.
Right.
This one, it is little gingerbread men.
Oh no.
And they're so cute. And I don't know how to speak Dutch. That is Netherlands, right? Dutch?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Well, it's definitely not Finnish. Right. They're little gingerbread men. They're so cute. Here, look at this bag. Look at the bag. I know you just want to eat them all
up. So good.
I just want to eat them all.
They look so puffy. Are they going to be puffy like that?
These are gingerbread specialist cookies. I don't know what that means.
Okay. I'm just sitting here with my hand out.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm good. Oh, okay. Oh, they're kind of like Teddy Grahams, but with a graham.
Right. A little bigger than a Teddy
A little
Graham.
bigger, but I'm just saying that same kind of texture, right? A little texture to it. Are you doing it? You're drank. You had to clear your palate.
Yeah, yeah, I had to clear my palate from the paprika chips.
Okay, I bit his head off. Okay, again.
Oh no!
I've had. Oh no, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm going to go.
I was worried that I was thinking it was going to be overtly gingerbread. And some of those, the gingerbreads are like, you get hunks of ginger in it. It's kind of like, oh God. This one's it's just a generic gingerbread flavor to it. It's not crazy, but it's pretty good. And at the end, it really has a sweet kind of gingerbread flavor to it.
I do have some ginger snaps, cookies in the kitchen.
Like this?
They taste kind of like this. So I'll be bringing those out. So we got chips and cookies for after. Okay.
Perfect.
Cool. I give them a thumbs up.
Yeah, I like them. 2 for 2. Look at that.
I can't even plug the company because I can't even pronounce these words.
I'll take a look. Let me see
what the hell. Der Kuters.
There you go.
Bachern.
Someone will get that. Whatever. Someone will get it from there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No, I didn't cough. That wasn't clearing my throat.
Der coughing.
Got a couple of gingerbreads. Okay. This is one across the board. It's original cheese biscuits, Roca.
Oh, okay.
And they're mini cheese sticks, but they're hard, like a.
This is gonna be hard on my teeth. Huh?
They look like croutons. They literally look like
croutons.
Here, I'll hand you a couple.
I like me a crouton.
Okay. But they're cheese.
Oh my God. This looks like this would be on a salad.
Ooh.
All right. Oh, they're not. They're soft. They're not as hard as you think. Dude, just by looking at it.
That is freaking me out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
That's not bad. Oh, you know what? That's kind of like a Cheez-It. Softer Cheez-It.
I'm thinking like a combos.
Oh, I don't know.
Because it has the cheese in it.
Oh, because of the bread.
It's like a soft combos, sort of, but not with the cheese was shot in the middle of it. Yeah.
Right. Still kind of a Parmesan. Yeah, give me a couple more of those. It's because of the cheesy flavor part. Yeah. I like that. That's good.
I do like those.
Good. I'd get these again.
I might be planning a trip to the Netherlands
just for these. Exactly.
Just to taste the rest of their food, because this stuff is like good. So we still have 3 or 4 more in the box. We're going to save them.
Oh, yes, not definitely go 3. We're going to save them. We have these every day, every time. So.
Exactly, because there's some good stuff left in here too. I peeked. There's some other good stuff.
You're not supposed to peek ahead. Oh,
okay. Do I want. Mine isn't my damn box. I'm sharing it with you, bitch.
There probably won't be any left.
No,
it'll just be gone
by next week. Oh,
yeah.
Well, no, we're not going to let my youngest son see it because my youngest son's the one that's
Oh, he's an eater. He gets into stuff. So
he got it in the bag of Doritos, remember, and then the Kit Kats,
the two Kit Kats,
green Kit Kats. Yes. Yeah, with 2.
Yeah, perfect. All right. Yeah, okay.
So food.
Yeah.
Speaking of food, since we were just eating food,
3 for 3. That was pretty good.
I saw this little article the other night, and it just this is almost as random tidbits, but it's not. It's actually a food thing. So, do you know what TCBY stands for?
The country's best yogurt.
Yeah.
You didn't know that.
I never fucking knew that.
You never knew. It's on the freaking sign.
I realize that now.
And all the products and the cups. And I mean, it's all the advertising. It's on it.
So I don't even know if I've ever actually been in a TCBY.
Do they even have them frozen yogurt anymore?
The article I saw was like the rise and fall of like the whole ice cream frozen yogurty.
Oh yeah, there was a bit of a because
with Pinkberry coming out, and then because it was just TCBY, and then it was another, and then this, and the whole it's like the Cola Wars, but with ice cream or something.
Right, exactly, and all the different flavors, because some of them were touting that they were fat free. Yeah. And they really weren't, which was also another Seinfeld episode.
Exactly. There was, and speaking of Seinfeld, there was a place in New York called Cups.
Okay.
And it was frozen yogurt. And the logo was the 2 frozen cups of frozen yogurt, like that looked like boobies.
Oh, yeah.
It was originally touted as the Hooters of Froyo.
Really?
Because all of the employees in it were girls in tight, like little red T-shirts.
Oh, okay.
And bouncing around and smiling.
Kind
of
have a gimmick. Got to get them in the store. So
right, just for Froyo.
For Froyo. Yeah.
For Cups, Froyo, because it's their cups.
It's their cups.
And Yeah. I don't know. I know. I never knew what TCB. Never knew. Because I never went in. It wasn't my kind of place.
Yeah, you drove past.
A little shady for me. Yeah,
I have.
I've literally driven past
TCBY. So you knew the acronym.
I could
but you
probably
didn't know what it meant.
I could even probably tell you where the locations where I remember them
in
from.
Oakton? You remember the one in Oakton?
I do remember the one on Route 50, right? Route 50 and 28. Yes. There was that shopping center.
There was that one.
There was one in there.
There's also one in downtown Oakton across from that AT&T building.
Yeah,
remember that one.
I don't know if I remember that one.
Okay. Well,
So,
that was
anyway. Well, I remembered one
before
of
you
them.
go into McLean. That was where that one was.
McLean.
McLean.
The McLean.
I have some news, but go ahead.
Wait, hold on.
You had something.
Okay, my last food thing too. We tried 3 of the Swirl Frosties this past week.
Oh yeah.
The kids.
And these are the new. This is the combo flavors.
Right. So my kids got the brownie batter vanilla. So it's vanilla frosty ice cream with brownie batter drizzle mixed in it, and they basically put it down in or on the sides of the cup, and then fill it up with ice cream, and then top it off with more.
Right.
They got brownie batter. I'm a classic chocolate frosty lover.
Oh yeah.
I'm the vanilla but the chocolate, I grew up with that. I love a chocolate frosty.
That was the only flavor.
It was the only flavor.
The only
exactly.
one.
And then they brought vanilla in later, which I don't like.
A lot.
And then
later,
anyway, so I got the chocolate frosty with the caramel swirl in it.
Yeah.
And it was like I was eating like soft serve, like a caramello or something like that, or even one of the Ghirardelli, little, those little caramel chocolates like that. It was just, it was caramel and chocolate, and it's frozen in ice cream.
That's good.
I highly recommend the chocolate frosty with the caramel.
With the caramel. And what about the brownie one? Did it get high marks?
None of I got them for my 3 kids and my wife, and they all got the same one, and they all agreed.
Supposed to be spreading it out, so we had all of the flavors.
No, they all.
Right?
I asked them what flavor they wanted. I got them that flavor, and they all said the same thing. I'm like, okay, you guys are first crazy for going with the vanilla and not the chocolate. But
right.
Anyway, the brownie batter drizzle. It's gritty, so it feels like it's the brownie batter mix before you add the eggs and the milk and put it in the oven.
Oh, because
like
of all the sugar
it has
actually
a gritty
dissolved or anything
kind of taste in it, and it just had that like.
Sand.
I don't. Yeah, like yeah. And
did
so
you try it?
None of them. I did. I got one bite, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's what it. That's weird, and it's so distracting. It takes away from the yum factor."
Oh, right. Yeah, I would see that. Okay, well,
but I actually do want to try the vanilla strawberry because it's caramel, cake batter, and the strawberry drizzle.
They don't have that in the chocolate version.
You can do it in chocolate or vanilla. You tell them, like,
that's what I want.
Right,
okay,
I want
perfect.
a chocolate.
I think the strawberry
or vanilla
would be good.
Frosty swirled with or whatever or blah blah blah. Yeah. That's it. Anyway,
well,
we tried.
If you had experimental children, they would have gotten different flavors instead of everybody.
Well,
getting one.
they all got.
They all got one, and you got another.
You know the
That's
kicker
funny.
on that though is I asked them all separately.
Oh, right.
They weren't in the same
what kind
room.
Of flavor you want? Here we go. Blah, blah, blah. And they all got the same thing.
I went to my oldest son's room first, then went to my daughter's room, and then came downstairs and asked my other son, and they all said the same thing. And they were all asked separately away from the other.
For the podcast, could you please get one of the other flavors?
We need to test
we need to break this out.
These.
Okay, well, I'll do I might have to do some homework.
Yeah, when I pull up to the speaker, can I have 4 brownie batter swirled frosties vanilla? And they're like, boring.
Right. Yes. Yeah. No mix. Just no 4 the same in one.
Yeah. And then my chocolate caramel, which was really good.
Yeah, it was very good. Okay.
I highly recommend it. Is Wendy's still open? Can we get to Wendy's?
Can we?
It's 9:30. Can we get to Wendy's?
We can make it. We
We could.
I have some food news.
Okay. Your food news. Yeah.
So Lay's is releasing 3 new flavors for its Do Us a Flavor contest, where the winning creator will receive $1 million. The flavors happen to be Valentina hot sauce and lime, bacon grilled cheese. Are you eating?
I'm having another gingerbread man. I'm eating gingerbread man.
And Korean style barbecue. This started in 2012 when the contest over the next 4 years produced 14 new flavors. After a 7-year hiatus, they dipped back into their well of having their customers do all the work and come up with flavor ideas. So this is basically, we're going to open it up to the public and let our marketing team take a whole year off.
Yeah, we're out of ideas.
Right. And we're just going to throw anything that sticks to the wall. So let us know what 3 flavors you guys might like.
I mean, we passed on green bean and kale, people.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Beans and kale.
I don't know. No. I'm sure that might be out there somewhere. But these were the 3 finalists for the $1 million prize.
Wow. And I'm not one of them.
No, I don't think I don't know. Bacon and grilled cheese might be okay. Man,
yeah, because bacon and grilled cheese, it's almost like cheeseburger.
Actually, but how are you going to put that fake on a chip? That's kind of where you kind of get
flavor,
that mix, right? It's not like real bacon put on a chip. You know? It's going to be that bacon flavor.
Bacon flavoring.
The smoky bacon.
Yeah. Bacon.
Maybe not.
Bacon.
The FDA, I went through the FDA website following the news, and there are a bunch of these recall reports. And the interesting because it shows all the investigative reports, claims of missing food allergy labels, because one of them, the claims was showing that it was a missing food allergy label because there happened to be a turkey BLT inside of the clamshell packaging, but it had a PB&J sandwich inside.
Okay.
So it was labeled for turkey, but it had a PB&J in it and didn't have an allergy thing on it, but it was just put in the wrong container. And I was just like, well, that's just a label missing. So that's kind of funny. And that made an FDA report.
Yeah, I'm still trying to follow. Did you see that helicopter crash?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
in
my
New York?
gosh. Yeah. And then the whole company, that apparently was its 8th flight that day.
Yeah.
It was like, what, 3:30 in the afternoon or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Horrible. The whole family. That was so horrible.
So bad.
Seriously.
And seeing that after everything else, it's been kind of.
This whole year with the crashes
one thing after
and people.
Another.
Oh, my gosh. It's just.
Well, that just shows
horrible.
how dangerous
so
actually air flight is and how well those maintenance crews work those machines, because if we're not seeing a regular occurrence of all this, this happens to just be a rash of some stuff, but I'm sure there are near misses all the time. We just
and you don't hear about.
Yeah, we just don't happen to hear about them.
Yeah.
Okay. So there was also another one where there was a sealant failure and unlabeled allergies. One of the claims was a baby food product had reports of elevated levels of lead. Now, yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, well, how in the hell do you get elevated levels of lead in a baby food unless it was attached to like the meat to it or
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
Or the packaging itself, or I don't know. But yeah, some of these FDA reports were just crazy. So I'm going to keep my eye on some of those and those were just the weirdest ones that I saw. Most of them were just kind of recalled because of bird flu kind of scenario.
Yeah.
And things just getting through. Some of them had metal.
So I gotta stop you for 1 second. Hold on.
Is this a food problem?
Well, yeah, because when you started this one about this story, I thought you said the FAA.
Oh no, FDA.
Yeah. Because
that's why you brought up the helicopter.
Because we just talked about exactly. We had just talked about.
I thought you just had it in your head and you just jumped in because it was on your mind.
Well, because we went from it being food to then the next, and then I was just a page behind. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. FDA, Food and Drug.
Yes,
Food and Drug
FDA,
Administration.
not the FAA. Because I'm like, how does this
one letter, and it's a whole different agency. So yes, FAA to FDA,
WWE, WWF, WW,
they're all the same.
Fuck off.
All the same. That was funny. That was good.
I'm losing
good catch,
it.
though. Good
catch. My God, I'm losing it. Losing it. Okay, did you have any more of those?
No, that's all the real kind of crazy food news I've had. It's getting kind of dry.
Crazy
some
food
of the
news.
Stuff, but
well, we are coming into summer, so there's gonna be something new. They'll probably learn how to grill this year. Everybody will be like, woohoo! Or,
yes, it'll happen.
Yeah. Yes. Taste my meat, bitch.
Right? Yeah. And
sorry, that was.
Or maybe some kind of Instagram food challenge that's gonna freak everybody out. I'm sure.
We do have to give a shout out to Forest Hills, North Carolina.
Now, so you mentioned this, but do we know of a pocket of people who might be listening?
I don't know anybody that. There's nobody on my Christmas card list. I guess that's the best way to narrow it down.
And that's kind of, I mean, okay. We appreciate you listening. And that is amazing.
We're actually getting quite a bit of listens from Forest Hills, North Carolina.
Appreciate.
It's not just like 1 or 2 downloads. It's like, it'll be like, some weeks, 10, 15, like for that episode. So it means it's not just one person downloading other episodes and stuff.
Or maybe they just fell asleep.
The same, maybe they fell asleep with their head on the keyboard.
Or it just keeps in rotation.
Oh, sorry.
It just keeps playing.
Anyway, so if you're in the Forest Hills, North Carolina area,
right, you are more than welcome to reach out. Reach out on our pages. We got pages.
Visit us on, we're on @Pern and
somewhat
Dave.
Social media.
Somewhere, just search @Pern and Dave. We got Facebook, we got the Instagram, we have an X account, which I don't even think I've posted anything on yet, but whatever. That's just, I'm terrible at the whole media,
that's okay.
Whatever thing.
Yeah, that's all good. But we do have it. It is there. So if you want to reach out, we might even read it.
Well, we might. Well, Joanne, she wanted to hear the West Virginia thing.
So
she
you did
posted
read it.
on. So
she
following. We do. We do read.
Reach out.
So reach out to us.
We're all there.
Forest Hills, North
We're
Carolina.
all the good ones.
Tell us what's up. What up?
Exactly.
Tell us what's up.
Yeah, let us know. There's like a fan club we don't know about. That'd be cool.
It was at the Pern and Dave. What did we decide to call them? Or did we pick a nickname? We talked about it a couple weeks ago.
We need to let that open to the public too.
Because the whole like ending with the blah nation thing just drives me crazy.
Was it, I do not. Nation.
No.
Don't want to do that.
I couldn't even. Don't even repeat that ever again.
Never. You're going to cut that. Just bleep it. That'd be good. Just bleep it. We'll never have it in our.
Every time you hear the word.
Yes. Yeah. That the Pern and Dave.
Yeah.
The Pern and Dave not to be mentioned.
Oh my gosh! Stanley Cup playoffs start this coming Friday.
Yes.
They start on Friday. We know almost everybody who's in, like the last playoff spots. The last couple teams are fighting to get in, like in the East, Columbus is fighting to get in to that 8th spot and knock Montreal out. And whoever gets in that last space gets to play the Capitals in the first round. My Washington Capitals, our Washington Capitals.
Yes.
Washington. I don't own the team.
No.
Yeah. So our Caps. So they play them in the first round, and they'll probably start on Saturday. And I'm excited. Playoff season. We're going to do. We have the playoff bracket set up. If you register by April 22nd, you can still get into our bracket challenge, even though the playoffs have already started.
Right.
Is that next Tuesday? Is that the?
I think 22nd.
Yeah. That is next Tuesday.
It is next Tuesday.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
So we'll even be able to bring it.
We'll be locked in. We'll be locked in by next week. Okay,
we'll be all ready.
Right.
I have the list. Do you want to hear the list? Because we've got the teams here that we have so far.
Yeah. So who do we? So the Capitals are in first in the East.
Yeah. So I've got. You want to hear the East first? So the Capitals they're looking right now. It's Montreal. They have Montreal.
It's Montreal.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you've got Carolina and New Jersey. So that's going to be a good pair too. Tampa, it's the Battle of the Floridas. Tampa is lined up with Florida. Yeah, they're playing tonight. Yeah. And that game was a disaster. Florida could not get it.
The Lightning were crushing them, wasn't it?
4-0, and they just scored before you came down. It was 4-1. But Lightning was, they're. Okay. Now, the weird thing about the fans, though, I was watching it, right? And the Tampa Bay had a chance, right? And it was a close call, and the puck came across, and then he had another shot, and the goalie was down. The player missed it, but it went just wide. And usually you see the fans, and they just go bananas. They're like, they're all up and everything. Like everybody was just sitting down. I'm just wondering if
not paying attention.
Right. I guess I'm thinking they filled the stands so that people could get out of the rain, because it just seemed like no one was there to actually
really
watch the game.
There for the game.
No one was reacting or anything. Yeah, 4-1.
They were winning 4-1.
I guess they were like, oh well, we already saw 4-1.
We got 4.
Yeah.
We're good.
And there were
we can just
so
sit and
many
talk about,
rows of nobody in the seats. I was just like, well, where are they? And that's just in the bottom bowl. And you think that, I mean, we're what, 2 games before the playoffs? I mean, and if you really wanted to go see your team before they were the playoffs, this would be a good chance to go get right there. And it was a pack.
Florida is weird, dude. It's just Florida is so weird with hockey. I just don't.
I'm not quite sure, but there were tons of, everybody there was in their jersey or blue
supporting,
or whatever. They were just kind of
like,
I came for the beer. I don't know why.
Okay. So what about the Western Conference?
Toronto and Ottawa.
Oh yeah, Toronto and Ottawa.
So that's the last one. That's the last spot.
The Canadian battle.
Yeah, and then you get Winnipeg, St. Louis. So it looks like St. Louis is going to have a battle against Winnipeg.
Oh yeah.
Colorado
President's Trophy winners first in their.
They'll have it right. They're going to take it.
Yeah. Winnipeg has gotten the President's Trophy already. They don't have they don't have to fight for it. Nobody can catch them. They've get it, and it's their first in Winnipeg's history of
That's pretty good.
Yeah, the Winnipeg Jets for a long time.
Colorado, Dallas is the Stars.
Always a battle.
Dallas.
Oh, always a battle.
Yeah, so we'll see about that one. Vegas still battling. I mean, Vegas and Minnesota. Jesus God, I didn't recognize the logo. Minnesota, they should be. That should be good. It looks like Vegas is very tough though, even after they've been built. And this is their third year in the league.
Vegas?
Yeah. How many?
You're kidding me right now.
I don't know.
You don't remember this night?
I do remember
right here.
Night.
Okay, and that year
it was 18. So that's okay. So 7 or 8.
Math it.
Sorry, that not clicked, but I don't know. Anyway, so
I'm pointing at my Stanley Cup champions.
Yeah, so he's
poster
and it's got the date
the studio, and it's got the date 2018.
2018. I'm like,
it's a shot of the ice,
in my head.
You see that it's in Vegas.
Time just doesn't work for me. I don't know why.
Oh my gosh, Dave.
And then the LA Oilers. The Oilers definitely
the
look
LA
like a good one.
Oilers.
The LA
LA
Kings
versus
and
Oilers.
Yeah,
right?
LA
yes.
Oilers.
The LA Oilers.
LA and Edmonton. So that should be.
Speaking of oil,
good too.
you finished watching Landman, right?
Oh my God, yes.
Yes,
I did.
With Billy Bob Thornton.
Yes.
And all those other people. John Hamm is in it. Demi Moore is in it.
Yes. A lot of names. I was surprised.
Yeah.
A lot.
In small parts, but they just played them perfectly.
Ladder.
Oh yeah. As his ex-wife.
As the wife.
Ex-wife.
I was amazed. It kept me straddled. I was like, okay, that's perfect that the storyline was this and that. Like it kept his personal life, but he has such a realistic look on things when he brings up stuff, and he's like, I can't even believe it. Why do you even think that that's right? Kind of scenario where he's in his.
It's like if you
character.
It's like say you're watching a drama like this and it has that cheesy line written into it. He's calling it out.
He's
like,
the one. No one does that. No one's going to talk like that.
And it keeps it very real.
Right. Yes. Definitely. And he definitely has that gritty style to his character.
And I'm not a super huge Billy Bob Thornton fan, and I went into it, and I'm like, after the first episode, I'm like, okay, I'm in. I'll keep going. And what is it, like 8 episodes, or was it 9 episodes, something like that?
8, yeah, it was
8. And I was enjoying it. It was Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, I'm ready for season 2.
Yeah, I am.
Coming,
which
right?
we have to wait till I think. October is when it starts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah.
If it stays on the yearly cycle, because it could be a year and a half or 2, I don't know, because stuff takes for fucking ever.
Yeah,
are we ever going to see Stranger Things season 5? Ever?
Who knows? The kids are going to be going to be retiring.
I don't know. I heard that's supposed to be this October. I'm like, really? I've almost gotten to the point where I'm just numb from waiting for freaking Stranger Things to end.
How are they going to kind of tie that all together? I don't
know. Each episode is supposed to be like an hour and a half long, like a mini movie.
Kidding.
Yeah, each episode is like they shot a movie.
4? Only 4 of them, or is it just?
No, I think it's like 6. It was 6 or 8 episodes, and each one is like, that's what they said. They're going to go out with a lot of. With the bang.
That seems like a lot.
We'll see. Oh my gosh, I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go?
I think I am. I don't know if I have anything.
Let's go catch the tail end of the Caps game. I think that's on right now.
Of those chips.
Yeah. Good. We'll get some more chips. I'm going to eat some more gingerbread men. We will talk to you next week.
No problem.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Frosty.
Pern and Dave, Let's Talk is brought to you by, Pern and Dave. And
Eggman Movers,
moving the most from coast to coast. And the good people at Biff's Auto Detailing,
creating timeless beauty to extend the future of your automobile.
Till next time.